Well, good morning to you. Welcome back to another early morning, Thursday morning edition to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all? So, yeah, early Thursday morning. This is my last work day of the week, and my early day of the week. I've got to be at work at 6 today, so here we are at about 04:15, and gonna knock aside a shave and get on to work here for too long. Oh, it's good coffee. And because some people ask sometimes, that's the Cafe de Monde dark roast with chicory. Boy, that's a good coffee. They also have a French Market dark roast with chicory out of New Orleans. It's really good. And of course, I've already talked about the community dark roast with chicory. All good stuff. Don't get the good stuff. Palmolive shave stick today. I don't know why I don't use this more. Probably because I got so much stuff and just don't get around to it. But Palmolive shave stick, really nice little shave stick. When we get done with everything today, we're going to splash on some British Sterling. Kind of underrated stuff, I think. I don't see a whole lot of people using British Sterling, and it's actually a really, really nice aftershave. And then I've got the clone for that. Also, pretty easy to pick up. It's not very expensive. Lasts for a while. It's nice. So I've got this little fuller brush, and it comes with its own personal little stand. It was a set that went together, and the knot was just garbage in it. So what I found out was one of the AOS brushes, little AOS Badger that's in a little cheap plastic handle, when I busted the knot out of the handle, the cup at the bottom of the knot fits right down into the fuller brush handle. And it was a fun little project, and it works really well. Kind of a fun little thing to have there sitting on the counter. So now a razor that I haven't used in a while, and I don't see a lot of people using. In fact, I don't see anybody using particularly, and I'm not real sure why. I'm not sure why I don't use it more. Anyway, the Lady Gillette, and this was originally a blue, I believe. This razor's been in my family as long as I can remember. This is one of the first razors I remember. It was in the medicine cabinet when I was growing up, and I've kept it over the years along with a super adjustable, the Black Beauty, that I've also still got. And these were my first exposure to double-edged razors. Matter of fact, this is quite likely the first safety razor I ever used, and I've used it off and on through the years. It's still got both end caps, and other than the paint being faded on it, it's in really nice shape. I didn't look to see what the date code or anything was on it, but anyway, so we got that. So normally I just use dollar store double-edged blades, just whatever I can pick up. They work just fine. The ones from the Family Dollar and places like that are Dorco's, I believe, and then I can also pick up some Personas from the local grocery store. But anyway, someone has sent me a bunch of different double-edged blades, so I'll use them up. Got them, why not? So this is a 7 o'clock Super Platinum, which is the black wrapper, and we're going to pop one of those in. It's not like it's complicated. We just take it out of the wrapper, and then we'll get it out of the cellophane or wax paper, whatever that wrapper inside is. Easy peasy like that. And of course the twist open on the Lady Gillette there. Pop the blade in, tighten everything up. Have a look. Everything still looks like it lines up good. Everything closes good. I don't remember the last time I used this razor, and that's probably a shame. The head on it to me, and someone may correct me on this, but the head on it to me looks a lot just like a regular old Super Speed head. I don't see any. I've compared them side by side. They look the same to me, but maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. So we'll got the old face wiped off there, and we'll dampen the end of the Palmolive shave stick. Now, these things are cheap as chips, as they say in England, or at least I know a gentleman from London, and that's what he says, cheap as chips. And I'm assuming by chips he means fries, what we would call French fries over here, because you know fish and chips is fish and fried potatoes. Alright, but they are cheap. And they're very functional. They lather well. They feel good on your face. If you don't have a Palmolive shave stick, I think that should be a basic soap that everybody has, along with Williams, Arco. Alright, get some more slathered on here. That ought to be plenty for this morning shave. Alright, and we're still probably 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours short of a full 24-hour growth. I didn't shave till later yesterday afternoon. Alright, we'll get us some. Start with a damp but not wet brush as usual. We're not swinging water and lather everywhere, but it gets the lather started, and we can just put just the tip of the brushes in the water there. And we'll start seeing some lather build. There we go. Look at that. All of a sudden everything just starts hitting on all 8 cylinders, and away we go. Easy peasy. There's going to be another rainy day today. Started raining last night, right about the time I got off work. So I've got a weather app. This is something that was pretty neat to me. I've got a weather app on my phone called My Radar. And I also have the Weather Channel. And the Weather Channel is usually pretty good about their getting their timing right. But My Radar, I've got the rain alerts turned on because I do a lot of work inside and outside now. I'm watching the store in the parking lot, so you know, I'm inside, outside, whatever. And it sends me a weather alert that says rain will start in 15 minutes or rain will start in 20 minutes. It was almost 20 minutes to the second, or 20 minutes to the minute, we'll say, not second. After I got the rain alert last night that here it starts sprinkling. I thought that was pretty neat. It's amazing what these days, what we're getting. So it's just a razor, and like I said, to me it's just like a super speed. So there's nothing complicated about using a super speed. And the longer handle doesn't bother anything. I don't think it particularly helps anything. I'm not a member of the I use a longer handle because of the better balance. I use a longer handle because I could, you know, yada yada whatever. I use a longer handle because the razor has a longer handle on it that I decided to use. Same thing with a shorter handle. I don't think it changes the shave any. Let me take that back. I don't think it improves or hurts the shave any. Let's say that. It can be a different feel to the razor, obviously, because it's got a longer handle. So, but you just adjust with your Super Ninja technique. Make sure we got that sideburn cleaned up. You just adjust to whatever the razor is. And keep on rolling. Alright, there we go. With the first pass. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Smells good. And like I said, I don't know why I use this razor more. Family stuff is just absolutely awesome anyway. And I didn't really get into safety razors. I shaved off and on with a safety razor most of my life anyway, because I had this one and the other one, and I would play around with them. I've used a mug and brush off and on, and all kind of stuff like that. But I didn't really get into the hobby until about it's been about 12 years ago now that I really got into it. Maybe a little longer. And now, of course, I'm mostly into single edge and injector razors instead of double edge anyway, but this razor has always been around. So it's really neat to have the family stuff like that, and to use it every once in a while. Kind of give you a little connection of what's going on. I've mentioned before, I've got my granddad's Super Speed, my dad's dad, and it's a 1957 Super Speed. And then I've got a Shuri brush, which was I think that bought out by Vanderhagen or something, because the handles look the same as the old Vanderhagens bores. And it was my other granddad, my mom's dad. I got his brush. So I've got some family stuff. And it's pretty neat. I'm going to have a granddad shave one of these days. Use one of them's brush, the other of them's razor. I think that'd be pretty neat. I can do it with a great uncle's brush that I reknotted because the knot was poor, but I've got a brush and a mug, shave mug, that belonged to a great uncle of mine. So I can do it and then use one of my family razors here, and I can keep it all in the family on the shave, with the exception of soap. I think that would be a really neat thing to do one day. We'll do that here for long. Well, there we are after a couple of our passes there. No blood, everything cleans up nice. It's just nothing in the world wrong with a Super Speed shave. This is a Lady Gillette, and I think it's just a long handle Super Speed, so there's nothing wrong with a Lady Gillette shave. Don't let the lady thing fool you. It's just like with the Schicks and the Eversharp, the Lady Eversharp Schicks, and the Fashion Razor, which is the what we call the Huzzy, the H1, and then the Deb, which is the H2. They were marketed for the ladies, but it's just marketing. Don't let it stop you from grabbing one and giving it a go. So as you see, they do a fine job. We're gonna get your goatee edged up here pretty good. Under the bottom. You can feel along, see what you got. I think I got it good. Alright, well looky there. Got another shave here for work. And then I'm going into my long weekend, so it's a little hit and miss on shaves sometimes on the long weekend, especially since this is tree rat season. And I haven't even been tree rat hunting yet because it's been so warm. And I don't know about where you're from, but down here in Louisiana, when it's warm, we got skeeters the size of hummingbirds. Texas ain't got nothing on our skeeters, let me tell you. So I've been waiting on it to cool off some. And I'll still fight skeeters, but I've got a thermal cell, so that makes that all better. But that's a whole story for another day. But look, it was great seeing you this morning. I'm going to finish up getting dressed, cleaned up, save me some time for breakfast on the way to work, and get this all posted up. So the Lady Gillette, it's just like a long-handed Super Speed. And I think it's a great shave. It's a comfortable shave. I'm going to finish up here in a second with some of the British Stirling. The cheapest chips, Palmolive shave stick. These things are great. They're cheap. They last. It doesn't take a whole lot to get the job done, and you can knock it out. And of course we use the AOS Badger today and the fuller brush handle. I'm not the world's biggest fan of the AOS Badger brushes with the little cheap plastic handles and stuff, but it is a functional brush, and the knot just really fit perfect in a little fuller brush handle, so I think that's great. Alright, well y'all have a good day. I'm going to go have a good day playing in the rain, and we'll talk to you later. And you know, happy shaves.